So we're back with Francesca here in the lab. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you're going to show us here today?
Sure. So the bulk of my samples are gastric tissue or stomach samples from southern sea otters that were found dead off the coast of California. So what I have here are stomach samples that are formalin fixed, and formalin is a chemical preservative to help stop the decaying process. And then I'm going to trim certain sections, especially those with gastric ulcers or peptic ulcers. Those will get sent to a laboratory to get fixed. And then from those samples, which I will show you later, I am able to prepare genomic DNA and then see if there's Helicobacter DNA in those samples. And funding from SOFT is help paying for those special DNA genomic preparation kits. They're specially designed for these formalin-fixed paraffin-embedded tissues. So I'm very grateful for the SOFT funding.
So we're here with some tissue samples that Francesca is going to tell us about, stomach tissue samples from sea otters, and I'll let Francesca take it.
Sure. So here are examples of sea otter stomachs pieces, and one obviously has some visual gastric ulceration. And when I say gastric ulceration, those are mucosal lesions that are penetrating through the epithelial layer or the lining of the stomach.
And I won't interrupt you there, but just are the ulcers actually the black marks? Or
Yes, they
am
are.
I misinterpreting that?
Those are the blacks, the darker
Okay.
sections
Okay.
of
Awesome.
the epithelium.
Okay.
And the section on the left, while I can see there are absolutely no gastric ulcers, visually they're not prominent.
Sure.
So if at the postmortem examination or a necropsy, we would have said this on the record that there were no visible ulcers.
Okay.
However, that won't make us assume that there is no Helicobacter in this sample. So we will test whether or not, regardless of their status of gastric ulceration.
Sure. Interesting. Cool.